What's up, witches?
What's up, witches?
I'm Linda,
And I'm John.
and this is Getting Witchy. And today is part two of the Appalachian Cryptids.
And we're actually going to have a part three because there's a lot. And we could actually do like 4 and 5. We're going to run down the list of all the ones that there are, and most of which we haven't done. Uh, but anyway.
Well, I mean, when you take into consideration that the Appalachian Mountains are like
It's 17
17
states.
states.
Yeah. Yeah. And even goes like some of them match. Like there was one that we were just talking about what is that one? Come on, don't do that. Oh, the Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, the Quetzalcoatlus. Quetzalcoatlus.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Yes.
It's basically a fucking pterodactyl that has been sighted with a wingspan of up to 15 foot.
Yeah, that's big.
That's a big bird. That's a big fucking bird. I don't care where you're from. That's a big bird. But yeah, and it's been seen as far south as Texas and was depicted in was it the MetaZoo?
Yes, the Cryptid Nation.
Yeah. They have these fucking card games. It's
like Magic the Gathering or Pokemon.
But it's for cryptids. So it was featured in that as well. A lot
of the ones that we've discussed have been featured in that.
They have indeed. So we haven't even started yet. But with this particular one, which we're not covering, it caught her eye and asked me about it. And yes, so here. On September 25th, 2001, a 19-year-old was driving along Pennsylvania's Route 119 and reported what he described as flags flapping in a thunderstorm. I'm assuming the sound.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I know I looked funny doing that. Coming from above his car. And when he looked up, he saw what looked like a bird with a 10 to 15 foot wingspan and a strange elongated head flying over him. That's a pterodactyl.
Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah. That's definitely a pterodactyl.
Do we even call them that anymore? Or are they pteranodons?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just like.
I mean, I know when we went to school,
they were
pterodactyls.
It was pterodactyl, yeah. But over the next few months, 2 more witnesses would report seeing a similar type creature in Greensville and Erie County, Pennsylvania. And the reports were reminiscent of a string of sightings that took place in Texas.
Which, oddly enough,
in 76 and 82.
Which I find odd considering that did not come up during my search
for
Texas.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And there were only a few that we didn't cover, and that's because they were there are multiples that are very Bigfoot-like, and so it's like if we're already covering one that's Bigfoot-like, or in that episode we did Bigfoot in general, we don't need to be going over all of them.
But the Appalachians have several Bigfoot types.
Yes, they do.
We're going to talk about a couple tonight. But okay. And speaking of which, the Grassman.
Does he sell weed?
No, you can get that at jars now. You don't have to.
Depending on what state you live in.
Yeah. Jack, get off the counter. Sorry, guys. So the Ohio Grassman, or Kenmore Grassman, or OLE, Orange Eyes, those are his different names, is a tall bipedal hominid that stalks the woods of Ohio, hence the name, Ohio Grassman. It is reportedly very similar to Bigfoot, but a lot more aggressive than any other reported Sasquatch species, because most of them actually like
will leave you
run
alone for
away.
the most part.
Yeah. I mean, they might howl and stuff, but
Or they'll attack if they feel threatened.
right.
But for the most part, they're just trying to live their life.
But apparently the Grassman gets his name from the small hut-like living structures, kind of like what Yoda was living in, but it's made out of grass. Because out in it, grass gets tall. Right. So yeah.
What?
Anyway, the first widely documented sighting of the Grassman occurred in a small village, or in the small village, excuse me, of Minerva, Ohio, in August of 1978, when the grandchildren of Evelyn and Howe Clayton, they don't have names like that anymore.
No.
How you doing?
Well, maybe it's just a weird spelling for Howie.
Oh, Howie.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, along with their friends, ran inside screaming about a hairy monster they saw in the gravel pit. Well, what are you doing playing in a gravel pit?
Well, I mean, it was the 70s. Kids were free range back then.
Yes, we were. When the couple went out to investigate, they saw what the crying children had described. It was covered in dark matted hair, sitting in the pit and fiddling with discarded trash. It's an interesting, I haven't heard the word fiddling used in a long time. It was estimated to be about 300 pounds. The Claytons fled, but this would not be their last encounter with Ohio's ape man. The Claytons would see the Grassman many times after their initial encounter. One night, it was seen peering at them through their kitchen window. Howie ran for his gun, but the primate was gone before he returned. The area was later investigated by police, and although there was no sign of a hairy humanoid, several faint footprints were observed in the mud, and a terrible stench still lingered in the air, kind of like what's his name from Florida? The one in Florida.
You're the
Skunk Ape. Skunk Ape.
You're the one from Florida.
Yeah. Anyway, the Ohio Grassman was later seen by the Claytons atop a hill near the strip mine at night. What are they doing out by a strip mine at night? And what the hell is a strip mine? Is that where you mine strippers? Sorry, I couldn't resist. The next month, in broad daylight, the couple observed two hairy bipeds on the same hill. It was only after these reports by the Claytons were made that a startling connection was made. Days before the gravel pit incident, the Claytons' German Shepherd was found dead, its neck broken. And they assume it was killed
by the beast. What does he have?
I don't know. I think it's one of those fucking bones. Sorry, you can continue. The Minerva case.
The Minerva case, along with its infamous creature, would form the most complex and important Bigfoot investigation in Ohio's history. Even so, the year 1978 was not the first mention of such creatures roaming the Buckeye State. In the 1700s, Indians native to the Ohio grasslands spoke of a race of bipedal ape men referred to as wild ones of the woods that lived nearby. Indigenous Americans would leave out food for the creatures in an effort to keep the peace. And then again in the late 1800s, sightings of a similar hairy biped were made by the Ohio River. The hominid had apparently tried to throw a man out of his carriage, but retreated when his daughter, who was riding as a passenger, threw several stones at it.
Where'd she get stones if she was in a carriage?
Maybe she was like other kids who just like to pick up rocks when they're
Okay. Hey, I'm not, I'm just, I'm not trying to throw stones. I'm just wondering where.
where she would have gotten stones
Mm,
from. It's unknown whether these are all Grassman sightings or possible sightings of a similar kind of Bigfoot.
so it's the standard descriptions. You all right there?
Yeah, I'm just a little tired.
Mm. Um, about 10 foot tall. Um, Footprints are anywhere from 10 to 20 inches long. Um, some prints three-toed, estimated to weigh anywhere from 300 to 1,000 pounds. And of course, an odor, strong odor, and growls, barks,
Owls.
heavy breathing, and making sounds like the cry of a baby or the scream of a woman. Again, if you are out at night and hear that, the chances of it actually being a
A baby
person,
crying or a woman
yeah,
screaming.
is very slim. Turn around,
Go back inside.
go back the other way.
Go back inside.
Yeah.
Lock the doors. Draw the shades.
Um, the standard appearance, snub nosed, deep set eyes, very chesty. I mean, I mean, gorillas are chesty. So if it's, if it is the missing link, so to speak,
Right.
it would have more appearances of like, what are you doing? Oh, he's grabbing your blanket. Okay. I'm like, what the hell are you reaching down there for? Um, very aggressive and unimaginably strong, according to eyewitnesses. However, according to Native American writings, and I don't have the nation or any info on this is just the source that I found that talked about it. It didn't give cliff notes, footnotes.
Footnotes.
Oh, that's him. I'm like, what the hell? Devin's packing. And he just ripped a piece of tape off and it just sounded really loud. Anyway, according to indigenous writings, the creatures have the capacity for peace should it be beneficial for them. Indicative or indicative, indicative, thank you, of a higher level of intelligence than one might think of a wild thing or a grassman. They have up to 5 individuals have been seen, and mothers with babies have been observed. Feces found on tree limbs. That's an interesting place to find on a tree limb.
Yep.
The hair apparently is up to 16 inches long. Holy crap. And it's been analyzed by Ohio. Wow, I can't speak all of a sudden. Ohio State University, but they can't identify it. It's not any known species that
And unlike
they've observed.
most humans, the way this thing moves has actually been described as more robotic or like a machine, which interesting.
Yeah, weird.
Very weird.
So the Ohio Grassman.
Yeah.
So Ohio has some really cool theme parks. That is where Kings. I don't know. I didn't
Oh,
drive through Ohio. I did.
I've never been there.
Jack, get off of his boxes.
Jack, come here.
So now, now this one.
The not deer.
The not deer. All right. And that's exactly what it's not a deer, but it's a deer. It looks like a deer, but in many of the depictions that I saw, it was standing on two legs or had some weird ass, like it had three sets of antlers. And again, glowing fucking eyes. With the glowing, what's up with the glowing eyes? Oh, he's loving it. He's like, oh, I want to bite you, but you're scratching my neck. So the knot deer is a cryptid primarily sighted in the United States, characterized as looking like a normal deer at first glance, but then displaying very strange behavior and uncanny anatomy upon closer inspection. What do you mean, uncanny anatomy?
Well, that could be the three sets of antlers.
Many people have trouble articulating what is wrong with the deer beyond the fact that they instinctively know something is off. People who encounter the knot deer usually report an intense feeling of unease and dread while being in the animal's presence. The creature is dubiously attributed to Appalachian folklore through, though the legend itself appears to have origins really gaining traction around 2018. Reports come from wherever deer are commonly found. So it's not, I mean, there are deer in the area. The knot deer are described as uncanny looking creatures that appear to resemble deer, but
there's just something off about it.
Yeah. But beyond that, the descriptions vary wildly. There's, again, the three sets of antlers, walking on two legs. Some examples of these abnormalities include double jointed limbs, unusually long limbs, joints that bend. Well, that's double jointed, isn't it? If it bends in the wrong.
Well, double jointed means it could bend in the other direction, but these are just saying it is
going in the wrong
direction.
Um,
like the knees are backwards.
A barrel-like chest, so a gorilla-like chest, or a kangaroo-type chest. That would be a good way to, because kangaroos got some serious fucking forward-facing eyes, where most animals
have it on the sides.
Yeah. One had 6 eyes. One picture I saw that was someone's description of the animal had 6 eyes. So yeah, multiple eyes, malformed antlers, and cow-like heads. So a big head. There's a joke in there somewhere. And yeah, again, we said the forward-facing eyes, which is usually with predatory animals. The knot deer are notable for strange undeer-like behavior, such as adult deer moving clumsily like newborns. Maybe ate a mushroom and he was staggering around. But
he must have eaten a muscaria.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm just trying to, he what?
Remember when we did the Yule series, we talked about the reindeer and the magic mushrooms?
Oh,
the
yeah.
muscaria.
The muscaria. But that would be an explanation for that odd behavior.
Yeah.
He's a drunk deer.
They also are said to be aggressive or have bold behavior around humans, self-injurious behavior, and walking on their hind legs. So they do things that could potentially injure themselves.
Right.
Deer are usually not afraid of humans and may approach or even attack humans.
The not deer is often attributed to Appalachian folklore, though this claim is presented without any specific sources and sightings. But it's not restricted to Appalachia. God damn it, Jack, get off the counter. Dude.
Down.
The not deer is likely a modern name linked to various past stories of weird deer encounters, under the assumption that these different encounters all describe the same creature. One of the few reported not deer sightings came out of Albany, New York, in December of 2021. An earlier possible not deer encounter was posted by Reddit user Kilroy the Cat on the thread r/hunting. On April 12th, 2012, he described shooting a doe from his. Why would you shoot a doe? You don't shoot does. Isn't that against the law to shoot doe because they're breeding?
I don't know. I don't hunt.
Yeah, I don't either, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, shooting a doe from his hunting blind and walking up to the dying deer, but as he approaches, he's overtaken by apprehension and paranoia, saying, "I didn't know who I was. Everything seemed new, and I felt like I became the deer." This hallucination that he had, or hallucination-like state, stopped as soon as the hunter finished off the deer with a knife. But you're not allowed. You're not supposed to kill does. They're the breeders. Well, I didn't catch that when I did this research. Sorry, guys. Anyway, another not deer encounter story was posted by Reddit user CGAN, CGAN, on Cryptozoology on January 23rd, 2016. They described an encounter that they had with two strange deer in upstate New York in early 2000s. They all had gray fur, long, dark, almond-shaped eyes, and stared intently at them. Their antlers were way too long and too jagged, too long and jagged horns protruding straight out from their skull. Well, that's what antlers do. They come out of the skull, don't they?
Well, yes, but I think they were describing more like what's that animal? Not the gazelle, but there's a type of deer-like creature
In
that lives
the
in
African continent
that has like their horns kind of go like this.
Gotcha.
So I'm wondering if maybe that's more what they were trying to describe.
Okay. And then March 9th, 2019, Reddit user Godzilla98 GODZYLAAA98 reported an encounter with a deer thing in southeastern Europe. They described being approached by a deer that was not afraid of them, and that its eyes looked lifeless and its aura was very uneasy. Mm-hmm. Then it opened its mouth to show, multiple rows of teeth.
Multiple rows of razor sharp teeth.
And made an ear-shattering scream. It sounded like nothing I've ever heard before. It sounded unreal, like it shouldn't exist. So those are the reports of something like that. Now, obviously, that's Europe. That's not here, right. Not Appalachia, but it coincides. The true nature of the not deer is unknown, with stories and reports usually suggesting that the creatures are either possessed deer or something mimicking a deer. Like a skinwalker. Whether these creatures are spirits, demons, or perhaps, again, with the fucking extraterrestrials. This is like the fourth one that hints
at the possibility of an extraterrestrial.
Well, it's not speculated upon. Yes, it is. So, in reality, there are several diseases that are known to affect the bodies and behaviors of deer. Okay. He's messing with the sink. One of the most common is chronic wasting disease, or zombie disease, or zombie deer syndrome. While the most obvious symptom of the disease is a dramatic weight loss, behaviors are also affected. The deer become less social with other deer. They become listless, which would explain that staggering, like we were talking about having the mushroom. They become less fearful of humans and may even develop tremors or repetitive walking patterns and drool. Kind of sounds like
rabies.
Yeah. And there's so much. So search the not deer. Okay. There's a lot more that we're just not gonna, because they use some big words. And you know how good I am with multisyllabic words. See, I just messed that up.
Moving on to the Pennsylvanian White Bigfoot. The legendary ape-like creature known as the Sasquatch has been sighted across the forests of North America, mostly sighted along the Pacific Northwest. Sightings occur across the continent, including some particularly bizarre cases in Pennsylvania that involve a white-furred Bigfoot.
Attributed to?
UFOs. Usually cited with UFOs. It was first sighted in Blakesley, Pennsylvania in 1970. According to eyewitness Annette B., the creature she saw in 1970, which stood between 6 and 7 feet tall, with a broad chest, a long neck, and a coat of dirtied white fur.
Do you guys hear this?
Yeah, he's got the zoomies right now.
Yeah, he's got the zoomies.
She described its face as its eyes were dark and spaced far apart. Jack, what are you going through right now? He just
smacked his head.
The eyes were dark and spaced far apart. Its white hair covered the lower half of its face. There was pinkish skin around the eyes and forehead, and it looked like its hair was a little longer on its head and hanging over its forehead like bangs. Okay. Joke in there somewhere. In September of 1973, two girls were standing outside in Beaver County, Pennsylvania at 9:30 p.m. Why? Why are you outside at 9:30 p.m.?
I mean, it was 1973.
But still. So anyway, they're outside. It's nighttime. And this 8-foot tall being covered with white fur and with red glowing eyes.
Again, with the fucking glowing eyes.
Ran into the woods nearby. The humanoid was carrying a large glowing orb in its hands. Oh, that doesn't sound suspicious at all. The girls
ran hysterically into their house.
The father of one of the girls then went into the woods in search of the creature and stayed there for over an hour. Did he come back? That same year, a glowing orb landed near Uniontown, Pennsylvania, and two Bigfoot creatures were observed in the pasture at the same time. There's also a woman who fired her shotgun at a Bigfoot creature only a few feet away, and it disappeared out of sight.
As she shot.
Yes.
It just vanished.
Yes, and at about the same time, a luminous object hovered over the nearby woods. Gee, what does that sound like? In 2008, a video surfaced on YouTube that was dubbed the Pennsylvania White Bigfoot clip, which was taken in Carbondale, Pennsylvania. For many years, the residents of Carbondale have reported some bizarre sightings of a white Bigfoot. Now, Carbondale is a small city that was the site of the first underground mine in the United States. So, haven't we come across other Bigfoot-like creatures that were around
we
mines
start digging
or,
around? Yeah.
or military complexes?
Yeah.
It used to be a major terminal of the Delaware and Hudson Railroad. In July of 2008, a local news station in Pennsylvania ran a story which talked about the white, possibly albino creature after receiving an anonymous email. It was said to be some sort of animal about 6 to 7 feet tall, covered in all white fur. The email specifically mentioned a wooded area in Carbondale near a mine reclamation site. The mine reclamation, okay, so here's the thing about mine reclamation. It's the process of restoring the land that has been mined to an economically usable condition. So we'd already mined that area and we were putting it back, and suddenly there's all these
trying to make it
creatures around.
Normal again. Yeah. So then in 2010, people started to report sightings of a white juvenile Bigfoot in Carbondale. Homeowners began to hear strange noises, again with the fucking noises. Probably babies crying or hearing a woman's
What if the reason they're hearing babies crying and women screaming is because a new one is being born?
Moving on. That's an interesting, yeah. In one case, an unidentified man witnessed movement in his backyard and was able to capture some bizarre video footage for 1 second. That's a picture.
One full
That's
second.
A fucking picture. That's not fucking video. Must have been one of those old, the flip phone camera.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Like the first camera that was like 1 megapixel.
Yeah.
Anyway, isn't it funny how most UFO videos are horrible quality?
Yes.
But we can read a license plate from space.
Right.
Anyway, for 1 full second, the man filmed a large white creature that resembled the shape of a Bigfoot. In the video, why did he keep calling it a video? I should have edited that. My bad, guys. In the picture, the man's camera hits the creature's face. It quickly moves away. Over the internet, the picture is said to display some bizarre factors. For starters, the animal's body proportions are extremely large, which isn't, people are trying to debunk it. And at the time, there wasn't the video editing abilities that we have now.
Right.
Like a person could make their butt really big or their legs really big or their chest really
right.
and leave everything else alone. But this animal or creature had some unusually disproportionate. Wow. I did a good job on that one. Disproportionately large limbs and body parts. I'm not even gonna go there.
It also has a defined brow ridge, a coned head, and hooded nose. What does hooded nose mean?
I don't know, because that's a hooked nose. I don't know. I don't know what a hooded nose is. I didn't look it up.
The shoulders are extremely high and the arms are long, and the creature is fast and mobile. Well, I should hope so if it keeps running away.
Yeah. Of course, white fur on its head and
Small ears.
very small ears. But most importantly, the video, they keep calling it a video, 1 second.
Well, I mean, if it's long enough to see movement.
I guess. Shows the creature's face contorting as it runs away, almost like it's a shapeshifter, like it was a mask.
Well, that it's not a mask, but it made a facial expression.
So yeah. Oh, that was it for this one.
That was it for this one?
Yeah, well, it's 6 pages of info, babe.
But we only covered like 2 creatures.
It's a lot.
Are you sure that's it?
That's yeah. That's
really.
That's it.
That is it. Oh,
that is it.
Okay. Well, I guess that's it for this one.
Yeah, we did the
not
Pennsylvania
deer.
White Bigfoot, or albino.
Oh, okay. So
we don't want to get racial.
Yeah. So I guess we did 3.
And then not deer, and then the Grassman.
Yeah. Okay. So we
did. I mean, the Grassman had a lot.
He did have a lot.
So did the not deer.
Yeah,
and so did the White Bigfoot.
Yeah.
So
and those are all really weird.
They are fucking weird. I'm glad I don't live in the Appalachian region.
Yeah, I would say I'm probably,
because with as much time as I like to spend just sitting outside on the porch, I would be here. I mean, I hear shit here, but it's usually some drunken asshole walking down the and hitting the sign with a stick or something. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed this one. The next one's going to be even a little more. It's only 3 or 4 again, but we're going to list all of the others,
so that if you'd like to, if one of them sounds interesting to you, you can look into it and do your own research.
Oh, we also talked about the Quetzalcoatlus.
The Quetzalcoatlus, yes.
Quetzalcoatlus.
Yes. The possible pteranodon.
Pteranodon. What happened to pterodactyl?
I don't know. We used to call it pterodactyl.
Now it's a pterodon.
And then at one point there was both, and then somewhere along the line we quit talking about pterodactyl. So I'm thinking they might be the same thing.
I remember back when it was AOL.
Okay.
Dial-up. Okay. There was no. I mean, the technology wasn't there. I remember seeing a picture of dudes in the Old West in front of a barn. Kind of looked like from Jeepers Creepers, the barn from Jeepers Creepers, but not in color, obviously.
Okay.
But they've got a pterodactyl that they shot, a thunderbird.
Yes, I believe we discussed that in the Arizona.
Probably.
Yes.
So I'm repeating myself. Sorry, guys. Don't mean to repeat myself. But it's the same.
Yes.
Peace. Hope you enjoyed it. We've enjoyed talking with you and enjoy doing this.
So we do have part 3 coming up. And then I guess we can start the numerology series.
Yeah.
We are also going to have some book reviews coming up, hopefully some interviews with the authors. If you are in the Phoenix area, save the date, August 28th, which is a Friday, Full Moon Psychic Fair at the Mesa Creative Arts Center in downtown Mesa. We'll be there representing our Apothecary Three Sisters Botanicals. So come out and say hi. I will make sure that that information gets posted on our Instagram and Facebook pages.
And if you mention...
Yes, if you mention...
that you saw us here.
You saw us on the podcast.
We could probably have I mean, whether it be a rollerball.
A little freebie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, like we'll work something maybe out. Mama said knock you out.
Ooh,
a little one.
That's a good one.
A little one.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. Or success oil, or I mean something.
Yeah.
So if you mention that you
watch the podcast, we'll definitely have a little gift
something for you.
So anyway, peace out, witches.
Peace.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We love you, and we can't wait to see you again.